Hello, I'm Chances Mapiti, and this is Hanju Kim, and welcome to Shark Tank. The third quarter was full of exciting events and activities.
At our school, we participate in many activities for Literacy Month. From reading buddies to book breakfast with a book, and an inspiring literacy fair hosted by elementary students, we had a great time. Thank you to everyone who made this a success, and special thanks to Ms. Racine and Mr. Armstrong for creating such a warm and welcoming environment for those who want to learn.
All teachers and administration here at BFS are always looking for ways to improve their personal goals, and as well to help out the school to improve. One international organization that helps provide some guidance with our goals is WASC. Two representatives from WASC will be visiting BFS soon. Let's find out.
Hello everyone. We will be having very important visitors coming April 23rd to 25th. We have been preparing for this visit for over a year, and we want to let you know more about who they are and why they are coming.
WASC is the Western Association of Schools and Colleges. It got its start accrediting public schools and universities on the west coast of the United States of America. But since then, it's grown to expand its influence internationally. Specifically in the Asian region, it is the largest accrediting organization for international schools.
WASC supports our school by giving us recommendations for areas where we could improve and highlights the things that we're doing well.
BFS was founded in 1996, and as soon as the school was founded, they began working in the accreditation process with WASC. So since the inception of BFS, WASC has been part of our school and helping us to improve every year.
The criteria that WASC uses to evaluate schools is based on a list of indicators called the International Focus on Learning. It's a really comprehensive list of criteria that have to do with school operations and teaching and learning.
My biggest hope when the WASC Accreditation Committee comes to visit BFS is that we all act as we do on any other school day. I think we just give them a big BFS welcome and make them feel part of the school community. One of the things that I hear consistently from parents, from visitors, from vendors, from anyone who comes into our school is that our school has a welcoming community environment. And I think that's what I would most like the WASC visiting team to see.
In February, students listened to a lecture by a former White House intern and current director of helpforrefugees.org. He has spent the last few years helping refugees who have been suffering in Syria. Mr. Jordan Hattar shared the process of how he provided housing for these refugees and gave us messages from refugees of our age. Let us not forget the important message and motivation that Mr. Hattar had when he shared these messages to us.
Speaking of young leaders, we think you will agree with our choice for our Excellent in Action segment.
This is the first time we chose students for our Excellence in Action. We think that you will agree that Ji-Hong Lee is a great choice.
As you all know, Ji-Hong is a really hard worker, so when I see her working on her homework or assignments, it inspires me because it makes me want to work harder and want to respect her as a student because she's a really hard worker and she always tries her best.
How does Ji-Hong represent BFS? I think Ji-Hong is the ultimate shark. She's been here for a long time. She's socially conscious because she's always friendly and caring and treating other students as a friend. She is a very dedicated student. We can always count on her to be a good role model for other students.
I think people might sometimes say that I spread myself too thin and try to do everything all at once, and that might be bad. But I feel like taking part in maybe sports or studying as best as I can, that motivates me to do other things as well as I do certain things. I think the best advice I've ever received is from my elementary teacher that I used to have in my old school, and she told me that I gotta be myself whatever I do. And I think that's really important, especially when you're peer pressured in high school and things like that. I think being yourself in whatever you do and taking pride in who you are, that's always very important.
On the soccer team and volleyball team, Jihong improved a lot since starting in 9th grade, and currently she's a senior at the school, and she's one of the best players in both volleyball and soccer. I feel her greatest asset to improvement is that she takes advice very well. I think Jihong inspires many people, including me. She's inspired me to work harder and be a better teacher. I feel although Jihong is my student and I'm her teacher, I've learned more from her than she has from me.
For sure, I have to give a lot of credit to my work to other people because, for example, my family, they did help a lot in where I've gotten. If it weren't for my parents, I wouldn't be here for sure. And of course, I work hard to get the things I want, but the help that I get from friends or teachers, especially at our school, because it's such a small school, you can get help from people as much as you want, and that has really factored into getting where I want at the school. One thing I found helpful in managing my time was for sure knowing my priorities, especially knowing that I was participating in so many things. It was really difficult to make sure that I wasn't tired after doing 2 sports a day and then going home and having to study for a test the next day, and telling myself that what I'm doing is right and that I can do it was really difficult. Something I realized during my college interviews this year was that our school is really special, and I think the reason why I was able to do these activities in such a close-knit community of only 70 kids in high school, I think you should take advantage of it and do everything you want to do, and again, be yourself and just be yourself.
In March, the MUN team went to Jeju to compete with other schools in a UN simulation. Each student took upon a country and represented it and proudly present their topics and defend it from other arguments. Students learn a lot from the simulations, dealing with world problems that could affect us today.
Our MUN students are always prepared to discuss fresh and interesting topics in other classes as well. Great job this year. Speaking of fresh, we have a new club on campus this year. At BFS, if you have an idea for a club, the school will fully support you. Here's one example.
Drama Club is a new addition to the many clubs here at BFS. We wanted to find more about the club itself and the many individuals in the club. Here's what they have to say.
So right now we have cast both shows. We're doing a skit for the talent show, which is in May, and then we have a larger one act, which will be in June. So we had auditions the past couple of weeks for that, and now we're going to figure out a rehearsal schedule for everybody that's been cast, and then also figure out what the backstage people can do for those that didn't want to act.
I started Drama Club with Amaya and Jiwon because we feel that our experiences in drama were very fun in our last schools, and I think that's something that we can bring to BFS.
I decided to join backstage instead of acting because I wasn't confident in my acting skills and I wanted to see what happens in the backstage, not on stage.
One of my memorable events for joining this drama club is watching Mamma Mia live in New York City 2 years ago. And as I saw the actors, they're putting all their emotions and feelings into each performance, and even such a humor, they make lots of exaggeration. That's what drama is. I decided to have, I'm good at singing and also I'm good at acting. How about joining a drama club this year? So therefore I joined.
Personally, I really like drama because I think it's one of the best ways to express yourself, to try something new, to get involved with a different community of people, and to just have fun.
Drama makes me happy because life is drama. And we are living in drama right now. So by experiencing on stage, on live, it's like living your life. So that's why I love drama.
I want to tell that if you're scared and you don't want to join because you have stage fright, I also have it too. And a bunch of people in the drama club goes through it and deals with it.
I think for next year, Drama Club wants to get more involved. We want to try to involve more students in different roles. We want to maybe try to do something with music, something longer. We'll see.
I'm really proud of Jiwon and Amaya and Tristan, and it's really all the success is thanks to them because they're doing almost all the work and I am just shepherding them in the right direction. So all the success really belongs to them and I am merely a helper, an assistant, if you will.
We all had fun with the Spirit Week, and we enjoyed it, revisiting memories on social media. It was a fun way to end with the week by having our teachers and players compete against a friendly competition. Thanks for bringing a smile to our faces. Here's more.
On Sharks Day, we had a pep rally. For basketball team, where the varsity team got to play with teachers, while the BFS crowd was cheering. Let's take a closer look.
Pep rally means to me is how the school spirit shows. It's like how the teachers and all the student members show the school spirit of BFS, and I think that's a really cool way how the teachers decided to do basketball with kids versus students, kids versus teachers.
Pep Rally and Spirit Week, I like it because it involves every single student at BFS. It gives us stuff, it gives us certain rights to wear certain clothing, and at the end of the week, it gives us a game to watch and just to enjoy as students.
Playing against the students was tough. I think they actually brought their A game, which was fun. They especially tried hard against us, and although we lost, I think we gave them a run for their money.
Oh, it was pretty cool to go from a teaching perspective to their rival perspective. It was amazing to see who actually could play ball and who actually was just out there just for the fun of it.
The students, they were so into the game. It was so fun to see them be excited and just getting into everything, and it was great playing against the students and just their enthusiasm to see their teachers playing on the basketball court, playing against the students was a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to doing it next year. It's going to be great.
What was it like to hear the students cheering?
When the students cheered on a bucket or a defensive block, it was really breathtaking. It made the atmosphere so much better and so much thicker because there was so much positivity, so much fun. It just made everything so much better and more fun to play against the teachers.
Energizing. Although when you're out playing on the court, you don't really hear them as much, but when you stop playing, when you're on the sidelines and you start to hear the students stomping and cheering for you, I pretty much for a day got to be a professional NBA player. I'm sure that's what it feels like.
How do you think the school is doing at making a friendly atmosphere?
I think the atmosphere in the school is great. I mean, there's a good communications going between the students and the teachers, and there's camaraderie there, and I just think it's a very good overall feeling between students and teachers and just everyone at the school. I think it's definitely has a community feeling, which I really like.
I think the school is doing a great job because they're interacting students and kids at a different level, not just playing games or anything, but playing basketball versus sports. Where people are like me and other people like William So or Wendell is very passionate for basketball. And when they combine those two, it makes just a great atmosphere and a good school spirit for BFS.
Overall, I think BFS is a very friendly school. The atmosphere is excellent. I feel like we have such a broad range of people from different places that everyone has kind of an open mind. We kind of realize that we're all in this together. So even if you're from a different country or speak a different language, you're a shark first and foremost.
Another quarter just flew by. We hope you make time to slow down and appreciate time with your friends during fourth quarter.
A great way to remember this positive year is with our BFS yearbook. Order yours today through the main office before we sell out. As we close through the credits, here are some fun photos from the year. Brought to you by the yearbook team.